Do you find that initial unfortunate events are often followed by equally intense or even more intense unfortunate events? As if there was a force in the world that was beating you down to a state of hopelessness and defeat. Is there any other way to look at this? Is it even possible to see the hope when consecutive unfortunate events keep happening to you? I'm Dana Hicks, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I have one analogy and 4 questions you can ask yourself in order to more clearly see the glimmers of hope even within the unfortunate events and to more quickly bring you to a state of balanced being. Would you believe that the unfortunate events that happen after the initial trauma could actually be a good thing? What? It's true, because the unfortunate events might be the effect of your body and mind trying to protect you. Take the analogy of a pendulum. You know, the thing that swings back and forth, right? So imagine that the initial trauma, let's just say it was a car wreck, okay? The initial trauma is what gets it moving. So say this is freedom and this is safety. So it goes boom, all the way here to safety. And maybe this swing all the way over here is the decision to not drive anymore, right? So it goes all the way over here. Okay, I'm not driving. Now I have to be dependent on people. Now I have to wait on other people to get where I want to go. And I must be worthless, da 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 da. And so you get to a state of sadness, loneliness, depression. Now here's another crisis that's happening. You're depressed, right? So first you get in a car wreck, and then now you're depressed, right? So then, but you learned something. You learned something, right? So you learned the importance of safety, okay? But the mind and body took it a little too far, and now you're depressed. So, but you did learn something. You're getting somewhere. So now you know from that second unfortunate event that there needs to be a balance, right? So maybe you come back down a little bit and find your comfort. It's all a process of learning, right? So the unfortunate event does not have to be that unfortunate in your brain. Make sense? So that is the analogy. Now, here are some steps in order to, if you notice that you're this way, how to find your balance, okay? So first ask yourself, what are my unfortunate events, right? What is the list of them? Make the whole list out. And ask yourself, once you have that list, is there a common theme here? Does the second or third unfortunate event, is there any way that could be an overcompensation for that initial event? Did I take it too far? Was that a too protective move on my part, right? And then ask yourself, okay, so what, given both of those or all of those experiences, where is my comfort zone? Where is the balance that I need to have? What feels good for me? So another example of an area you might be swinging back and forth in is trust. So say that you have been abused by someone, and that is the initial force that drives you into motion and swings you all the way over here deciding not to trust anyone, which makes you angry and lonely and isolated and looking for false comforts like food or drugs or alcohol. Now you got a second problem, right? First, the abuse. Second is this isolation, depression, what have you. But you are still learning, right? You have learned that you got to be cautious about who you interact with, right? That is true. And that is your body, your mind and your body trying to protect you from getting hurt. That's kind of useful, right? But you do realize after both of these experiences that there is kind of a need to find a medium, right? Where you're able to live functionally, but still with a reasonable amount of caution. Other examples are you may be struggling back and forth with self-compassion. You might be struggling back and forth with physical safety. You might be struggling back and forth with appropriate boundaries that you want to have with other people, right? So those are just ideas of themes that might be going on. But here are 4 questions you can ask yourself in order to figure out what exactly is going on in your situation. So first, make a list of all the unfortunate events that have happened since the original setback, okay? And then number 2 is ask yourself, is there any way the second or third or fourth unfortunate event could be an overcompensation in result of the original trauma? So that is your second question. Number 3 is, what is that theme for you? Write it down. Once you know that, then you can ask yourself, okay, where is the medium that I feel comfortable, that I can still function, but still have a reasonable amount of caution in that area. So, and you get to decide what that looks like for you. So, in conclusion, the problems that happen after the original setback do not have to be completely miserable. They are probably your mind and your body trying to protect you from what has happened before. That's actually a good thing. There's hope, right? And by you asking yourself those 4 questions, it gives you a chance to learn even more about yourself in order to find the sweet spot of functionality and reasonable caution in this area. So to review, your response to trauma is sometimes like a pendulum, moving back and forth. So the first initial trauma starts the motion, right? And your body and mind start to protect you by swinging you way over here, which is a good thing. But then there's a problem over here, so you realize, oh, maybe I should manage this, maybe find some medium here. That's a good thing, right? So following unfortunate events can be a good thing. Okay? Then, in order to find out what your area of swinging is, ask yourself, what are the events that happened? What is the connection between second and third event and the first event? What kind of compensation could I be having right now? Third is, what is that thing for you? What is that area that you are swinging back and forth in? And then fourth is, well, where is my area of comfort? Where I can functionally live, but still have a reasonable amount of caution. So that is my gift to you. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe below with no strings attached.